All women were created differently with unique attributes. From managing a home to being entrepreneurs, through the ups and downs, we almost always win.
As I said, in the early stages of breastfeeding, what your body is using to make the milk is what you ate during pregnancy.
Adoption is a blessing. So if you want to adopt, it's a good thing to do, but just make sure that you do it in the right way.
The brand new season of the Talkative Mom Show is double the education, double the information and excitement.
And then I actually realized nobody cares. Yes, nobody cares.
Yeah. Join me, Eno Kragren, and my guests this and every Sunday on MX24.
The Talkative Mom Show is proudly supported by Gokul's Healthy Options and Cerelac.
Sweet, how can it be?
Good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of the Talkative Mom Show right here on MX24. I'm your host, Eno Kragren, and on this show, we discuss a variety of topics that would guide parents through their parenting journey. Now, today I have a lovely guest who is going to share her twin birth experience. I don't want you to go anywhere. Make sure you connect with us on all our social media platforms at MX24GH on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Talkative Mom. This show is proudly supported by Cerelac and Gokul's Healthy Options. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Talkative Mom Show. As usual, we are filming at the Float Wellness Spa. This is Accra's first and only mommy wellness spa. They have all sorts of services for postpartum and prenatal care. So come in and just get pampered. Now, my lovely outfit is by Epic Store. Epic Store is located at East Legon, and they're on Instagram at Epic Store. Now, they say that twin birth experience is totally different from single birth. I would have no idea, but my guest today is going to tell us all about that. I have the lovely Dr. Sharon Aglubiche with us today. Hi, Doc.
Hi, Eno. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So, I just want to get straight into it, okay? You're a medical doctor.
Yes.
Right now, I know that you are in residency, isn't it?
Yes.
At Kolebu.
Yes, pediatrics.
Pediatric, wow. Yes. And I know quite a number of people know you because they always say, oh, you're such a good doctor, you're great with your kids, and you have identical twin daughters.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I just want you to take me back to what it was like for you as a medical doctor, even before you had your babies. What did you think pregnancy was going to be like, or what were you taught in school, and was it the same afterwards?
Well, it's something I always tell people, that I had the shock of my life when I realized that what we are taught in school, the textbooks don't do pregnancy enough justice.
Wow.
Even what you hear from friends can never be enough because everyone comes with an experience that is very particular to each and every person, their experience. So before pregnancy, I had the general notion, pregnancy symptoms. I had read about how, because I have to advise patients and friends, so I knew how to overcome some of the, before you experience something, you're so bold giving advice, you have to do it like this. If the person says it's not working, are you sure you're doing it well? And then it got to my turn and it was a different ball game altogether.
Wow.
Even as a doctor, I was a real novice in the game of pregnancy.
Right.
So
do you always want twins? Let's start from there. You didn't?
Never.
Okay.
Not once. My husband and I have had conversations, but not once did we ever even think of, how people say, I want twins. We never had a conversation and never mentioned twins. So it came as a shock. It was a real shock.
So your twins are identical, isn't it?
Identical,
Okay. So just walk me through that, finding out, you were pregnant with twins and all that.
So first of all, my pregnancy was even a surprise.
Okay.
And you think as a doctor, I should know better. But I didn't even figure out I was pregnant. It took a friend, colleague, midwife, who actually prompted me. So I started feeling unwell a couple of weeks after the wedding. Because usual, you got married, you have all these plans. And babies were definitely not part of the plan.
Okay.
Then a couple of weeks after the wedding, I started feeling unwell. And I was wondering what was going on. So being a doctor, first of all, was malaria. I treated malaria. It wasn't going. Then I was like, okay, is it typhoid? I didn't even take a test. And I was still not feeling well. I was tired. My boobs were heavy. I actually thought, oh, my menses is just around the corner because I have the same symptoms when I'm about to menstruate. So I expected, okay, heavy boobs, not a big deal. And then along the line, somehow, I don't know how it happened. Then I was like, could this be pregnancy? But I convinced myself it wasn't because I wasn't ready to change my plans for the year for any baby of sorts.
Right.
And then I told my colleague midwife about it, that I'm not feeling well. I've treated typhoid, I've treated malaria, I'm still not well. And she's like, okay, take a pregnancy test. So first I tried a pregnancy test. I don't know whether I wasn't patient enough or I just didn't want to accept it. I was like, oh, it's negative. Okay. And then I was still not feeling too well. Okay. And then she was like, please. Then she recommended a specific pregnancy test strip.
Okay.
I think it's morning and then evening. So I bought it. I took the evening one, and then the line was so deep, like 2 lines. I'm like, oh my God, I start freaking out. So I didn't even have a plan. How was I going to tell my husband? So I just left it on his bedside table. Like, I mean, if you come back from work, it's there. You see it. And he's not in the medical field. And he didn't have an inkling as to what it meant. So he came and he saw that and he's like, what's this? And I'm like, I'm pregnant. It wasn't, I didn't have time to plan the whole romantic. And then we were shocked. So next thing was, what are we going to do? This was not in our plan. And I'm someone, I have plans. I like planning. And once it doesn't go according to plan,
it throws you off.
Yes, it throws me off. I get so like, oh my God, I start freaking out. So I didn't know what to do. So my husband and I so we're like, okay, imagine we consider terminating the pregnancy.
Wow.
And it's something I look back and I'm like, how did I ever think about that? So we're like, should we terminate? It's not a big deal. People do it all the time. We can always revisit this topic when we plan for it. And then I spoke to my mom, and mothers, as usual, should be, hey, you want to do this, God will punish you, But mom was so cool about it.
Okay.
Not like she said, oh, go ahead, but it was getting to Lent. So I had found out like early March.
Okay.
And it was getting to Lent. And she said, okay, why don't we go through the Lenten period, pray about it, fast about it. And then by the end of Lent, you still won't be up to 12 weeks. Then you can take a decision.
Oh, she actually said that. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know what deal she had with God up there, but I think somehow she knew I was going to change my mind.
Yeah.
And it didn't even take up to a week or two after we had that conversation, and everything started coming in. The emotions first, the sickness and all that started, but as much as possible, like the emotions.
Yeah.
Once you find out you're pregnant, I don't know, you just assume the mommy role. It just comes naturally. You just become like protective.
Exactly.
So now I didn't want this pregnancy to go anywhere. I knew I was ready to change my plans for it. So, that's how it came about.
And then fast forward, how did you find out you're having twins? What was that like?
It was a different ball game because we used to go for antenatal, and as a doctor, I used to insist. First month, people would say, oh, come once a month. The gynae, I used to go to antenatal every week. I would go and wait in front of the gynae's office. I'll be like, I need a scan. I need a scan. So one of those days, I wasn't feeling too well. Okay. So we had a scan before he wanted to admit me to the ward. And then he sees it, he's like, oh, I think I see 2. And I'm like, oh, it's a joke, right?
No way.
He's like, okay, we can't tell now. Just go, let's get you well, and then we'll rescan. So on a Sunday morning, very early, I remember, just around 6:30 a.m., he calls me, and it was actually Palm Sunday.
Okay.
And then he called me, he's like, let's have a rescan. And then we did that, and then he's like, I can boldly confirm you're having twins. Wow. They are sharing one placenta, but then they are in 2 different sacs. And my husband and I looked at each other. We laughed at first. And then when we left his office, we go into the car and we're like, oh no, what are we going to do? And that is how we found out. It was, that's the journey since then.
So from then till full term, what was your pregnancy like? Did you have a tough pregnancy? Was it easy? Did you have any?
I had a tough pregnancy.
Okay.
So I hear about, patients come into your consulting, they talk about pregnancy complaints and all that. So I had an idea. I see patients vomiting, but I never knew
what it actually felt like.
Exactly. The experience was so different. So I had what we call hyperemesis gravidarum. I had lost weight. I started my pregnancy at about 75 kilograms. I was almost 65 at the end of the first trimester.
For those who don't know what hyperemesis is, what
so
exactly
it's excessive vomiting in pregnancy. So nothing stays in. I just had a few cravings and very weird salted egg, liver kebab. Those are the only things that could stay put. And then water, chilled water. Other than that, nothing was staying in. Even sometimes those things would come out. I was not retaining food. I had to constantly be on drips. Almost every day after work, I'd have to get a drip before I go home.
Wow.
And it was bad. That was when and then I had what you call tealism medically, but salivation. So I had to spit, always walk around with a spit cup. It was embarrassing for me. I didn't know how I was going to handle it. And then the second trimester came along with these issues, the pelvic pain, the back pain. And with the twin pregnancy, you show early. So everything, it was just like a whole, it was a whirlwind. And I asked myself, did I even go to medical school? because some of all these things were it wasn't like it was new, but then sometimes I try applying what I actually tell people to apply, and I realized, no, this is not working. I'll need experienced people to guide me along the way. Sometimes home remedies are actually even much better than the remedies in the book. So not what the book teaches you does not apply to everybody. Some people do better with just home remedies. So
do you feel like maybe it was double the pain, double all that because you were having twins?
Yes. So it's something we knew because twin pregnancy comes with double everything. And that is what happened. Everything was double the size, double the pain. And then I had preterm contractions. I started having preterm contractions in my second trimester. And then I almost lost them at 24 weeks. So I had to go on strict bed rest till they came out at 35 weeks.
Wow.
So it was just double everything.
Yeah. So you said you were weighing how much, and then, after
75. And after my first trimester, I was almost 65.
Wow.
Yes.
You lost weight.
Yes, I lost weight because of the excessive vomiting.
Yes.
But then the amazing thing is by the second, third trimester, because of the baby bump, and then when I had to do the strict bed rest, I just put on all the weight.
Yeah, because you weren't really moving around.
I wasn't
and all
moving.
That.
My mom thought if I move, the babies would drop out. So I wasn't allowed to move.
Wow. So you had your babies at 35 weeks.
Yes,
that's not full term, and that's not preterm. So it's
actually near term, or you would say late preterm.
Okay.
Yes,
so
please.
that you can't say that is what's a term for when they have the baby before 30 weeks or so?
So preterm delivery basically is having the baby before 37 weeks.
Okay.
So now we have early preterm and then late preterm.
Okay.
So early preterm we actually have extreme preterms, very preterms.
Okay.
So extreme preterms are those who are born from about 30 weeks, 28 weeks to about 30 weeks.
Okay.
You grade them separately because they have their own issues. And then 30 weeks to about 34 weeks are also graded separately. Then 34 to 37 also graded separately.
So prematurity is from what?
So usually prematurity, once you are not up to 37 completed weeks, you are premature.
Okay.
So even if your baby was born at 36 weeks, baby is technically premature, but you say late preterm.
Okay. Right. Okay, so you was CS, right? How did you deliver them?
It was a cesarean section.
Yeah. Did you opt for that, or you had no choice?
So I know I would say I opted for it in the sense that I actually prayed for it.
Okay.
Why? Also, as a medical officer, when I was doing my rotation in the government hospital, truth be told, I was a bit traumatized by what I saw going on in the labor wards, the screaming, the shouting. And to be realistic, the way mothers were sometimes treated. So I was put off vaginal birth.
Okay.
But then we revisited the topic when I was pregnant.
Okay.
And at that time, I was a bit welcoming. But unfortunately, my leading twin, that's the first twin, by the time I had reached, it was almost time, my first twin was not coming with the head. she was just sitting across the entrance like that. So I
Right.
had to be sectioned.
Yeah.
So later on, towards the later ends of the pregnancy, I knew it was going to be a C-section.
C-section, okay.
So when my water broke, we went to the hospital and we knew it was going to be a C-section.
Okay. So, I mean, but you were already on bed rest, weren't you?
Yes, please.
So you were not on bed rest in the hospital, was at home?
Yes, it was at home with a lot of bargaining.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to the hospital and then the surgery, what was that like? Was it what you expected?
So, no, it wasn't what I expected.
Okay.
So everything was just very different. So my water broke very early in the morning, around 4 a.m. We got to the hospital. I had to have my bath and then get shaved. I didn't want any stigma.
Yeah.
So we got to the hospital. I waited for my gynae. He was in about an hour. And then he came in. We went to theater. But then I had gotten so swollen up, like lots of water, my legs, my thighs, my abdomen.
Because you were lying
Yes, because I
still
was
for so long.
still, and then the pregnancy as well.
Right.
So usually pregnancy will press on your veins and then your lymph system. So you end up having a lot of water buildup.
Right.
So I had a lot of water buildup, and somehow my spinal anesthesia didn't go too well, where the back anesthesia.
Yeah.
So I remember when they started cutting, I could actually feel the pain. And I started screaming.
Yeah.
And so luckily my gynae intervened on time and he asked them to just put me to bed. So unfortunately, it's one of the things I miss. I wasn't one of those mothers who got to see my babies come out and cry because I had to be put under general anesthesia after the spinal anesthesia was not working.
Oh, that's so sad.
So
But
when I woke up, my first thing was, where are my babies? And they told me, the pediatrician is examining them just to make sure everything was fine.
Yeah. So this conversation is getting really interesting. We want to go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll discuss what it was like raising her twin daughters. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Gokul's Healthy Options, the complete solution to all your vision and health needs. Our services and products include eye tests, frames, rehabilitation aids, and superfoods. Follow us on all our social media pages at healthyoptions.gh for more. Or find us in Accra at 5 Tabon Street, adjacent Sedco House. See better and feel healthier today with Gokul's Healthy Options.
In the first 2 years, your baby will experience amazing growth in so many ways. To fuel it, they need the right nutrition. With Cerelac, 1 bowl of goodness a day provides the wholesomeness of carefully selected grains, the Iron Plus, which helps support brain development, and the yummy taste baby loves, assuring you the right nutrition in 1 bowl. Cerelac, it's all good, Mom.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back to the Talkative Mom Show. This show is proudly supported by Cerelac and Gokul's Healthy Options. Now, before the break, we were discussing your twin birth experience.
Yes.
And we have Dr. Sharon Aglobiche. You were talking about, what it was like during surgery, the C-section, how scary it was like for you, and the fact that you had to be put to sleep, so you missed out on the bonding moments, But after you woke up and then you asked for your twins, were they fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Not entirely, but I would say yes, because for twin births, I was already freaking out. So before we entered theater, I had made calls, tried to get a NICU, space in NICU, because I knew how difficult it is sometimes trying to get space in NICUs.
That's true.
So we had made calls because I didn't know what to expect. But to God's grace, they came out and they only needed some oxygen, supportive oxygen. They didn't need to be in the incubator. Some supportive oxygen, because sometimes during babies that are born via cesarean sections, they don't get the opportunity to pass through the passageway to get the water out of their lungs squeezed out. So they come out with some breathing issues. So just with some supplemental oxygen until the body reabsorbs the water. So they had that for about 48 hours and then they were done.
They were fine. Yeah.
And then seemingly, I thought they were both fine. Along the line, somehow, as they grew, we found out my twin, one of them had cleft palate.
Okay, and what
Yes.
exactly is that?
So cleft palate is usually it occurs when the organs are forming. You start as an egg, then the cells multiply, and then they start forming different organogenesis. So usually when the roof of the mouth, that's the upper part of the mouth, that's not closed in entirely. So sometimes it doesn't close, and then you can actually see the gap right from, so the muscles don't close, and then the bone, that's the hard palate, also does not close up. So it's an obvious gap. Sometimes you can see it with a cleft lip right from there. But with hers, it was a bit tricky, and we couldn't figure it out early because hers was what you call a submucous cleft. So the muzzle had actually closed, but it was like the thin layer of the muzzle, but the thicker layer was not. So as we were feeding first, I realized that latching was always an issue for her. She wasn't able to latch. So she spent more time bottle feeding. And then for every time after feeding, even if I hold her up first, the doctors told me it was reflux. So hold her up as much as possible.
So when you feed her, it would come out.
It comes out, and especially through the nostrils. And then sometimes it's really scary. Even as a doctor, it was really scary because there are times she would, for like a brief moment, stop breathing, should become apneic, and I get worried. So I just kept visiting as many pediatricians as I could, trying to find exactly what the problem was. Then one day during feeding, I think she was crying, and then I noticed that her uvula, so the little oval thing, hers was split in two. So I went back to check her sisters, and I realized, oh no, her sisters was not like that. Then I took a recording, and I went to the next pediatrician's visit with it. And that's when the journey began. I found out, okay, my daughter was born with a submucous cleft, and it had to be surgically repaired, and would have to deal with the feeding and then the vomiting or pusseting through the nostrils for a while.
So before we even move to the surgery, like, for an average mom, how would we have ever discovered anything like this? Because you knew this based on the knowledge that you have. And I'm guessing also through observation and things like that. So maybe the most the average mom, without the medical background can do is just to observe your child. Because for you, you knew exactly, you suspected.
I suspected there was something wrong. Because it was past reflux type. Because there were times you would hold her up for 2 hours plus, and you put her down, and you know how babies like spit up. But her spit up comes through the nose. And occasionally, babies once in a while would spit up and it will pass through the nose, but hers was a constant. So even though everyone kept reassuring me, I wasn't convinced. And that is one thing I keep telling mothers, that God has given us this instinct, and we need to respect it. So at every time when your instinct or your gut tells you this is not normal, you need to follow it up, because at least let someone have a look and let the person tell you it's normal. And then you get someone you at least you shared it. But it's worse when you keep it inside you and then you find out there's something worse off, and you're like, my instincts actually made me aware.
But I think it was also advantageous in your case, because you could compare her to the other twin.
That's the beauty about having twins.
So she went through surgery. And did it get better? Did it improve?
For now, so we haven't completely healed. She has healed with a complication, a fistula. So there's still a very tiny hole. So we still struggle. It's not because we are not. She's now on her own, and she's a big girl, no spit ups and all that. But occasionally, when she's ill and she has to vomit once in a while, it still passes through the nostril.
So the fistula is where exactly?
It's up there, the roof of the mouth. So it's just a little tiny hole connecting the mouth to the nostril. So once in a while, we still have those issues. We are preparing for surgery in future. The first set was very traumatic for her and us as parents, so we want to take it easy.
How old was she when she
was 11 months.
Oh, then. And now how old is she today?
So she's 2 years, 6 months, actually.
Okay. Oh, wow. And now she's eating better.
Yes, she's eating better. She's hitting all her milestones. It was just a physical issue, and once that was done, she's eating, she's hitting her milestones. Actually, if you don't see her, you wouldn't know.
So. And when are you planning on doing the next surgery?
So we want to take our time. So my husband and I we want her to be old to bear the pain, because she went through so much pain and it broke our hearts as well as parents, because there was nothing we could do to help. So we want her to get old enough, at least, to be able to handle the pain a bit better.
Yeah.
And then we should be able to communicate so that she would understand, and then we do that. So at least by age 10.
Okay. So she has time. Yeah.
Yes, she has time.
So now you have toddlers, twin toddlers. What is that like?
It's been a beautiful journey.
Okay.
I remember on Mother's Day, I called my mom and I told her, thank you for not telling me exactly what motherhood is about, because I probably would have run away. I wouldn't have had this beautiful experience. So people think, oh, you have twins, that means they're the same, because they are very identical.
Yes.
People meet them and how are you able to tell them apart?
Yeah.
They're always asking me. But they are very different, personality-wise.
What both of them? What are they like? So the first.
Yes, the first is okay. So it's a bit, I'm Ewe.
Okay.
So in the Ewe tribe, the firstborn becomes Kakra.
Oh.
And then the secondborn is Penny.
Okay.
Yes, so it's my Penny that had the issues.
Okay.
And you'd be surprised. She's just like she was in the womb. Very outgoing, very she knows what she wants and she must get it.
Yeah.
Very focused. Kakra is very calm.
Right.
You can easily bargain with her.
Yeah.
Yes, so she complements Penny very well. And then so she likes to just stay in the background, observe, but she's very smart. So it's so easy to undermine her because she's not so loud and all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's been beautiful.
They are different.
And watching two people, because I ask myself, this is one egg. One egg that's split into two. So I expected that they would come and everything would be the same. The same. One actually writes with the left, one writes with the right.
Oh, wow.
And I asked, how is this possible with identical twins? So it's still a journey. My husband and I are loving the process, discovering them, getting to know them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you buy the same things for them? Like, every twin mom, buys identical things and
so I am learning along this journey.
Okay.
Because there are days I buy the same thing and believe it or not, they still fight over the same thing.
I know what you mean.
I can get two, they can tell me, Mommy, we want color pink. And I would go out and get a pink shirt, the same pink shirt. But because I brought it home and probably Kakra picked before Penny gets upset. It's the same thing, but she feels she wants Kakra's own because Kakra's own is nicer.
Yeah.
There are days Penny wants purple, Kakra wants pink.
Yeah.
I'd get purple and pink and there'll be a fight. So so we still wing it. We are winging it, as and when it goes. Sometimes we get the same thing. Sometimes we try to get different things.
Yeah.
We are waiting for them to grow up and identify themselves, and then whatever they want,
we'll go along with it. Do you believe that being a medical doctor has helped in any way? Your mothering and all that?
Definitely. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Okay.
Because sometimes my husband there are times he actually just says thank you, because he says he can imagine if I wasn't a doctor, how would we have discovered this issue with my daughter? We would have gone on for months and would have just accepted this as normal and should have probably grown up, and who knows, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
So it helps.
Yeah.
As a medical doctor, so I know that I don't have to rush to the hospital with every little thing. Also, it helped direct my path.
Okay.
Motherhood, becoming a mother, directed me. So before childbirth, I was still torn. Should I become an obstetrician gynecologist? Should I become a pediatrician? Because my heart was drawn to both specialties.
Okay.
But motherhood directed me.
Right.
So that is how I got into pediatrics. They were my inspiration. They made me know, like, I found the calling. I was like, okay, if I could do this to help my daughter, then I need to be an advocate for every child out there, because sometimes they just need someone to speak up for them.
Yeah. So. And then, talking about your profession, how are you balancing, all this? How are you, being, you're a mom, you are a medical doctor, you are in school now specializing.
Yes.
How are you doing it all?
It's been tough. I wouldn't lie. It's been tough. There are days I get very stressed. There are days I feel I'm not being the best of moms, because, sometimes it's natural. You're stressed and then kids can be stressful. Very. So there are times I let out the stress on them. I get frustrated. So I have this year, I actually told myself I'm going to take steps back and take it each day at a time.
Okay.
Because I realized that being a planner was not helping. Because sometimes, you know, you have kids and I'm planning that, okay, I'll do this at this time, and then and then it doesn't work. Because now someone is throwing a tantrum, I don't want to get dressed, and you have to spend an extra hour.
You're about to leave, all of a sudden the child decides they want to poop.
Yes.
And then you have to go and change.
Yes.
So yeah, they distort plans a lot.
Exactly.
And then you get frustrated if you are the kind of person that wants to stick to it.
Yes.
So sometimes you will have to wing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's been tough. And then being in school, I'm so far from home now, Kolebu.
Okay.
And the distance is also an issue. I have a lot of mom guilt sometimes. I have to remind myself that this is not permanent.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I have to deal with mom guilt. I'm away for so long. I come and then they are saying like a new word, or they are teaching me something new. And I'm like, how did I miss this?
Yeah.
Or daddy is giving me updates on something new. And if it's heartbreaking sometimes.
Yeah,
but I just know it's for a short while.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
so we are managing.
Do you have any help outside of your husband? Is there anyone else assisting?
That has been another issue. My husband has been my sole source of help. I give it up to him. Thanks to COVID, he got the opportunity to work from home, so it helped a lot.
Okay.
My mom's sister also came in, and she was an angel in disguise. She stayed with us for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So even though she's elderly, she took the girls like they were hers, loved them just like theirs. And then after that, it's been one nanny after the other. Nanny Chronicles. It's been an issue trying to get someone to permanently stay and help. So we've still been balancing it here and there.
Yeah. One thing I always say is that if you didn't have mom guilt, then you're not a good mom. Because you're feeling guilty because you're a good mom, you're thinking about them, ways that you could help them. And if you felt nothing, then that's where we have a problem, you know. But so many people out there want to have multiples, like 4, 2, you know. What is your advice for them, you know, your final word?
I get people come to me, Sharon, bless me. And I always tell them, I bless you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
And I would only say that multiple births, singletons, everybody has a blessing. Children are blessings in general. So whatever comes your way, just accept it. And if you're pregnant and you find out it's twins, don't think too far. Just take it each day at a time. Because sometimes you can get just exhausted mentally, just thinking of everything that lies ahead. But trust me, you've got this, and God's got you too.
Yeah,
so,
it gets better.
Yeah, it definitely does get better.
It gets better. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Doc.
so
We've
much
learned
Eno,
a
for
lot.
having me.
We've learned
Thank
a lot. And
you.
kisses to the girls when you go and see
I
them.
will.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
All right, so we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have Work It.
Hi there, I'm excited to come your way with football conversations, sports-related conversations, light-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations about the sport that we all love and are passionate about. Make a date with me.
Hi, my name is Edinam Ejeisika. I am the CEO of Bams Enas Maternity Shop and Ma Petite Baby Shop, all located at American House, East Legon. I am a mother of 3 wonderful children, a wife, and a corporate affairs manager in a construction company here in Ghana. So Bams Enas was birthed out of a necessity that I personally felt when I was pregnant. When I had my second child, actually, I found it very difficult as a corporate mom to find ideal clothing to go to work. And so I want to go to work in my usual clothing. I will have the trouser, I would have to probably just adjust it or walk around with the trouser opened and a blouse covering it up. I realized that it was totally uncomfortable, and so I looked around Ghana, and there wasn't any shop that I could go to and comfortably shop as a pregnant person, unless of course I sent some friends coming from abroad. And so I said, well, during the maternity leave, the period where you get to be alone and think a lot, I said, well, I have suffered enough. Why don't I give that comfort to other pregnant women? And so, yeah, here we are, Bams and Us, 5 years old. The journey has been absolutely like, up and down. To start with, starting a new concept here in Ghana isn't easy because every pregnant woman actually would probably just sew a size bigger and just walk around. But the idea was to have fashion-forward pregnant women in Ghana. And so, well, starting off, it wasn't really picking up. So we had to do more of selling the idea and doing a mind work, telling pregnant women that, look, if you love to wear trousers, if you love to wear skirts, if you love to wear leggings, you don't need to stop this whilst pregnant. And so it has to do with a lot of sensitization, but I think it's been a great journey. We've had a good number of people buying into the concept, and actually now in Ghana, we do have a few competitors, but yes, still, we still remain your best in town here. If you should be in Bams and Us today, right now, you are likely to wonder if you are in your regular boutique. Why? We are actually following the world's trends. And so whatever comes in vogue in your regular fashion boutique, you would find it here. So you're going to be getting right from your biker shorts. You're going to get your hot jeans shorts that would take you to the beach. You have your leggings. You're going to get your trousers, your jeans trousers. You're going to get your smock dresses. You can actually get your African wear also here. And most importantly, you are able to get dresses for all occasions. If you want a wedding, you want to go to church, you have a party, a baby shower, a bridal shower, everything that you find in your regular boutique, you are assured of getting it right here in Bams and Us. Bams and Us is 5 years, and the journey started off online. Okay, so what we did is that we just purchased a few clothing, created a Facebook account, and it started off there. But what we did is, I was on maternity leave, like I mentioned, when I started off. And so I had clients come into the house, those who were not sure of the sizes and wanted to wear it. We had one staff and myself. And so we did everything, basically, posting on social media, selling, delivering, everything. And today we can boast of being on, apart from the Facebook, we have an Instagram platform, and we have 5 employees and still going strong. We can proudly say that without making so much noise and having not like a huge following on social media, we are gradually becoming a household name. And so when most people hear Bams and Us, even if they don't know where it's located, they know that it's your go-to place to get your maternity wear. And because we actually associate the brand with just not clothing, we try to give out content that encourage women in waiting. We try to post a lot of educational items, especially with women who are actually trying to conceive. And so proudly, we've had many clients of ours who are probably trying to conceive, and we kind of joined faith with them, encouraged them. We've had twins being birthed out of this place and dressing mothers with double children, and that makes us happy. It goes beyond just the clothing, but the experience of belonging to a family such as ours. The challenges. Well, as I mentioned earlier on, I'm not a full-time entrepreneur. I don't sit at Bams and Us 24/7. And so it has basically been workforce, getting trusted people to work with, putting systems in place so that whilst you are, hustling at your 8 to 5 job, business is still ongoing. Training people so that they are able to express and give the exact experience that Bams and Us set out to give out. And basically that has been it. But a day at a time, and so we do hope that we get better with our services in the future. So the story of my petite baby shop. Bams and Us was planned, like thought of. It was something that was passionate to my heart. I had seen a need and I wanted to find a solution to the need. Ma Petite was to embrace the numerous women that came here and would probably ask for recommendations on very good baby shops that they could buy quality product at competitive prices for their children. And this went on and on. I mean, baby shops are located in every corner, and so it wasn't something I was interested in. But with time, I said, why would I actually serve and be with a woman for 9 good months, of course, and after send them away, you know, wandering to find quality product for their children. And that is how we birthed Ma Petite. And so come with me, let's check out Ma Petite baby shop. So here we are at Ma Petite's baby shop, our little baby as the name sounds. And here you can get everything that you need for your newborn all the way to about 7 or 8 years. So here you can get your baby wipes, your sleepwear, your baby cots, your feeding bottles, your formula, basically everything that you need to make the journey of being a new mom or even an old mom a very smooth one. Yes. Yes, so as you can see, this is our newest baby, and that means that more responsibility we have to juggle between Bams and Us, Ma Petite's baby shop, being a mom, being a wife, and being a corporate woman that works from 8 to 5. It hasn't been easy, but it all has to do with planning. So for anyone that wants to start this journey of being an entrepreneur and probably still working, you really do not need to stop it altogether. It's just strategizing. Take one day at a time. Before you fully leave your corporate work, make sure that you are able to feed on your side gig, okay? So just put structures in place. I know it's very difficult to get people that we can trust, and we always think we can do everything on our own. But for you to be successful as a corporate person and still running a side gig, you need to ensure that you at least have a little faith in someone. And so put in the structures, get a system that helps you to track the records, put in the cameras, and just pray. I'm sure everything will work out good. One thing I have learned in this journey is we have 0 sales. You know tomorrow comes, and tomorrow you may make up for the 0 sales today. And so don't give up easily. It's not easy as it looks. Everything looks so beautiful on social media, but it's a tough journey, and it's a journey that needs a big heart, and you need to believe in what you are doing. And so that's actually what starts the whole entrepreneurial journey. You need to have an objective, and it must go beyond wanting money. And once you have something that you believe in, you sleep, you wake up. Today is low, tomorrow is high, but you keep, you know, fighting and going on because there is an objective. And slowly, surely, you'll get there.
Welcome to Gokul's Healthy Options, the complete solution to all your vision and health needs. Our services and products include eye tests, frames, rehabilitation aids, and superfoods. Follow us on all our social media pages at healthyoptions.gh for more. Or find us in Accra at 5 Tabon Street, adjacent Sedco House. See better and feel healthier today with Gokul's Healthy Options.
In the first 2 years, your baby will experience amazing growth in so many ways. To fuel it, they need the right nutrition. With Cerelac, 1 bowl of goodness a day provides the wholesomeness of carefully selected grains, the Iron Plus, which helps support brain development, and the yummy taste baby loves, assuring you the right nutrition in 1 bowl. Cerelac, it's all good, Mom.
This advert is FDA approved.
Now, my mom plug of the day is Frimpoma Owusu, who is the CEO and founder of Beautiful Hair. And just on a side note, she's also a pharmacist. So today she's going to share what her journey has been like, what inspired her to start her business, and you know, how to maintain your hair. Okay, so Frimpoma, welcome.
Thank you, Amy.
So Frimpoma, I see some lovely wigs here. What exactly are we doing today?
Okay, so
today I'm going to be talking about our headband wigs.
Okay.
Currently they are bestsellers because I think they are easy to wear. You just put it on your head and then you know.
Let me see what it looks like. So
Okay. So these are samples.
Okay.
So this is how it is like.
Okay.
It's a cap. Then you just, it has a Velcro. So you just open and close. Then for a better fit, we put these elastic bands in there.
to help it stay put.
Yes. And then sometimes we put combs, but then not everyone likes it because
Yeah.
it snags your edges.
Okay, okay.
So when you get one from us, you would see that it has the band,
Right.
the Velcro at the back for you to, you know, clip it, attach it to your head.
Okay.
And then it has the elastic inside for it to fit properly
Yes.
with the combs, whether you like it or not. So when you order from us, we ask you, do you want the combs? If not, then we take it out.
So it can come in curly, it can come in straight, long.
But these are the two preferred ones that people really order.
Okay.
So I decided to show this one on the show today.
Okay, okay. And do you make these yourself?
Yes, I have a stylist.
Okay.
Who makes the wigs. I'm more of like the social media demonstrator. Yes, but then there's someone who makes them.
Who makes them? Okay,
Yes,
okay,
so.
okay. And then apart from these, I see what is this one?
This is a ponytail.
Okay.
Okay. We also have these in various textures and lengths.
Okay.
But this one is the most requested, so I decided to bring this one.
Okay.
And this is the kinky wet and curl type.
Okay.
It comes with 2 combs. So if you have your ponytail, you just fit it into your head, and then there's this. You just pull it, and then.
Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is nice. This is very, very easy to wear.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So you can, sorry not to cut you, but you can straighten, you can recurl, you can dye. They are all human hairs, like 100%.
So how do you maintain something like that? I can see what is this one?
Okay, this is a special product we use.
Okay.
So it's mainly for these wet and curl textures.
Okay.
You know, when you use water to wet them, with time they dry out and
Okay.
it looks stiff.
Okay.
But this has a special formula in there, keeps it moisturized and then soft.
Okay.
So anytime you feel like your curls are, you know, coming out, you just spritz a little on there. Sorry if the smell is overbearing. Then you just comb through it.
Okay.
The curls come right back.
Oh, this looks very easy to maintain.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just spritz it.
Spritz it, then comb.
And comb. Okay. So you do the same thing for this as well?
For this one.
Okay.
You can straighten. So as I said, you can straighten. So if you do that and you want the curls to come back, you just spray.
And then
it's back.
Okay. And then I see a scarf here as well.
Yes. So the scarf is to show how you can rock your headband wig.
Okay. Okay.
Because sometimes some people want to buy, but they feel like it's just a headband. What else can I do? So we have this here today. After you put it on your head like we have done on the mannequin, you attach it to your head with the Velcro at the back.
Okay.
Like so.
Okay.
Then, you know, with a scarf, you can do so many things with a scarf.
Okay.
So I'm about to show a few hairstyles you can do.
Right.
With your scarf.
So this is like your everyday scarf at home. You just
everyday scarf. Any normal scarf. Anything you like.
Yeah.
So let's say you won your headband wig today. You're going to work all errands, whatnot, but you want a different look. So we're going to use the scarf like a headband.
Okay.
Like a headband.
Okay.
So we twist it around. You can make the scarf thick in such a way that it covers the band.
It doesn't show.
Doesn't show.
Okay.
Then
you tie it again at the back.
Again.
Okay.
At the back. Oops. Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
So, like you double tie it for it to be well secured.
Yeah.
Then
tie it again at the back.
Tie it again.
This is already looking good. Like, I feel like it gives it a pop of color. That's if you don't want the usual black just showing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. This is really nice.
Okay.
So what
actually
inspired you to start Beautiful Hair?
Okay, I actually started. I actually started in the university.
Okay.
You know, in Ghana, if you go to the secondary school, you are asked to cut your hair
Right.
So you don't do much, and when you come home, my parents, they won't allow you to do anything to your hair when you come home.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
so it was in uni that I realized, okay, I have the freedom to do what I want to my hair. Then I was braiding, weaves.
Yeah.
Then the first time I tried a weave, I just fell in love with weaves.
Okay.
And it was that bad that
Yeah.
I wanted to change my hair. Like,
Right.
the moment I put on this hair, I'm already bored. I want to try something else. But then the money was an issue because I was a student. So my mom my mom understands because she's a woman. So she used to send me extra allowance for my hair.
Yeah.
But then one day I was thinking, so if there's a girl like me who can't afford all these weaves, like how is she, and she likes weaves, so how is she going to cope?
Yeah.
So then I started looking for, on vacation when I came on, I started looking for a supplier.
Okay.
Someone who could give me good but affordable hair.
Yeah.
So that I could change my hair as often. So,
without breaking the bank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I used to buy all my weaves from home, put it in my bag. Then I schooled in Kumasi. So anytime I go, if I want to change my hair, I have my weaves already. I just take it to the salon. So with that, I found a lady, and then I told her, she used to marvel at the way I used to buy hair.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can't do business with this, because if you're buying all this hair, you're using it on your head, I don't think it's advisable.
Yeah.
So she gave me the idea. Then she was willing to give me a few for me to try in school.
Okay.
The one she gave me got finished. And I called her, and then, you know, she sends me. So that was how the business started.
Yes.
So
so it's been running for how long now? How many years?
I'd say close to 10 years.
Wow.
If you add uni. I'd say close to 10 years.
Yeah. Okay, that's because one thing I love about, you know, your hair is that it's very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
And I also love the fact that it's just very, very versatile. So, you know, you have all these different types, the different ways you can maintain it, and then you show people how to maintain your hair.
Exactly.
And then they can also have it colored. So I know you're able to color the hair as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So as you said, our hairs are affordable. But when it comes to the coloring, it has to be professionally done. So those services actually bump the price up a little, but not that much. We try to keep the prices reasonable. So yes, if you buy a headband wig like this, as I said, it can be colored.
Okay.
If you want it blonde, we can do that for you.
Right.
Red, whatever color that you want. I'm also about versatility.
Exactly.
Because I realize if you want to change your hair as often, you tend to break the bank. But if you have one hair that can do so many things, then that's good news.
So for anyone out there, if someone wanted to buy this, how much are we looking at for a headband wig?
So this one is a 10-inch. This is $350.
Okay. That's
For loyal customers of ours, they get special discounts. If you're a first-time buyer too, you get a special discount.
Okay. And then how much is this?
This one is also, I think this is a 10, so same price.
$350.
The prices only change with the length.
Okay.
Not with the texture.
Okay.
Yes. So the longer it is, the more expensive.
Okay. And then how about the ponytail as well?
Okay. This particular one,
you have to check the length.
Yes. I would have to check the length and then check the price. But then, and it shouldn't be more than 400 cedis.
Okay.
This is about 20-inch. If you stretch it out.
And people can decide to just buy weaves from you as well, isn't it?
They can do that if they want to. But then most people are like, why is it now I'm going to get the bundles
weave,
and I'll look for someone else? So they just do it with us anyway.
Yes.
But some people do buy the bundles.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Okay. So basically the services, you know, you can get the weave, you can get it already done, you can get your hair colored.
Yes.
And then also when they visit your page, they can check out how to maintain it.
Yes.
And then I think you also revive the hair as well.
Yes. If you know nothing about maintaining your hair, you can bring it to us.
Okay.
Our WhatsApp line is always active.
Okay.
Our Instagram pages, we're always active.
Right.
If you send the message and we do not answer, within 24 hours you should get your answer.
Okay.
And then we have people to pick up from you if you can't bring it to us.
Okay, great.
We just want to make the whole experience seamless.
Yeah. So people can find you where exactly?
So people can find me. We are online, so you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and then we have our WhatsApp numbers on there as well.
Okay. So Instagram, Facebook, what's the username?
Beautiful hair.
BU.
Then
yes,
Tiful
hair.
Then between the beautiful and the hair, there's 2 underscores.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
That's
great.
great.
You're doing well, Frimpoma. You're
you.
doing really well. 10 years
Thank
of
you.
business is not easy, but you have done it, and you're a mom as well. So yeah, congratulations.
You. Thanks for the motivation.
You're welcome. All right, and thank you for tuning in and listening to the end. We'd like to say a big thank you to Dr. Sharon Aglobiche and to Frimpoma of Beautiful Hair. Don't forget to follow her on Instagram at Beautiful Hair. And don't forget to connect with us on all our social media platforms. We'd like to hear from you on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MX24GH. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Talkative Mom. This show is proudly supported by Cerelac and Gokul's Healthy Options. See you again next week. Bye.
Hi there, I'm excited to come your way with football conversations, sports-related conversations, light-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations about the sport that we all love and are passionate about. Make a date with me.
Baby, no, they won't mind me. I know that I did you wrong. Now, so me them say I thought the bunny chain. Now, so my patch on so me don't see what I'm penny for a bum, I see there and number for a bum, I see there. Now I saw for a bum, no. Like seriously, Ope what they dada. No, baby, I'm from far. Ope what they dada. No, baby, I'm from far. Ope what they dada. No, baby, I'm from far. Ope what they dada. No, baby, I'm from far.
KCB.
Show me, shut up and cry, what don't be. Ubi sama dear, na semenya. Not too near before. Show me, shut up and cry, what don't be. So